Hey everybody, it's Omar Miranda with What's Your Problem? It's time for another video, and I was just thinking today about all the love letters that my wife has given me. You know, we've been married for 20 years, and when we first met each other, she just wrote me love letters, and I read them and reread them and read them and reread them, and I wrote her love letters, and she read them and reread them, and she kept them, and I keep them. I'm going to show you something that I absolutely love to do. Last year, I bought a fancy, I don't know if you can see that. That is a fancy, expensive, and I don't buy expensive things, an expensive ballpoint pen because I wanted to be able to write some love letters to my wife. I got some stamps, some real life stamps. I also got some fancy Ziggy, my favorite. I guess they're self-adjust envelopes, and I got some fancy envelopes. See some fancy envelopes, and I got some fancy cotton paper, very, very expensive, thick paper, so I can write my wife some love letters. And the reason why I'm talking to you today about love letters is because last week we talked about being a Christian, and if being a Christian means that you love Jesus, and if loving Jesus means that you want to know all about him, the main way in which Jesus has made himself available to us is the Bible. And so if you're a Christian, and I hope that you are, I hope that if you're not, that you will be, that you should want to read the Bible, because the Bible really gives Jesus' heart for us. It's his love letter to us. And I wanted to share this two verses out of Philippians chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. This is the Apostle Paul, a guy named Paul, and he says, "Nothing is as wonderful as knowing Jesus Christ, my Lord. I have given up everything else and counted all as garbage. All I want is Christ, and I want to know that I belong to him. All I want is to know Christ and know him better and better every single day." So the main way to do that is to read the Bible. If you don't like reading the Bible, you can have somebody read it to you. There's all sorts of apps that read it to you. You can, I hope you're reading the Bible every single day. And if you're not reading the Bible every single day, I want to know why you're not reading the Bible. Some people say, "Oh, I don't think the Bible is really relevant to my life. I don't find it interesting. I don't know what it means." If you have any Bible questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can write me at the bottom of the screen. You'll have my email address. You can get all that information. You can see my website. You can see the books I've written. I really want to know why you are not reading the Bible and what you think about the Bible. Next week, I want to talk to you. Today we talked about love letters, but next week I want to talk to you about how do you think, or let me go backwards. I want to talk to you next week about why you should share Jesus with other people. I'll tell you, when I got married, man, when I met my wife, I wanted to talk about her to everybody I met. I wanted to share her with everybody. And there are a lot of people who think that when Christians share their faith, people get offended by that. But if I'm a Christian, and I am, and I hope you are too, why wouldn't I want to tell somebody that information? That's exciting. I've got a relationship with somebody who died for me. They love me that much. I want to share that with somebody. And the question is, if you're a Christian, are you sharing your faith? And if you're not sharing your faith, why not? I want to talk about that next week. Until next week, this is Omar Miranda with What's Your Problem? I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.